Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers edge defender David Walker, newly drafted 4th round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. David Walker, by the way, 6'2", 260 pounds, and today we're talking about his elite levels of potential. Why do I say that? Because I really do believe in David Walker, guys. That's why I say this. Look, he obviously hasn't posted any statistics yet. He is still in his rookie season, but let's take a look at his past 3 years at Central Arkansas. These are his overall defensive grades according to Pro Football Focus, guys. A 92.9 in 2022. That is elite levels of grading right there. You then have an 88.6 in 2023 and a 94.6 in terms of 2024. In terms of his overall run defense grades, he has elite grades in 24 and in 22, and a very good grade in 23 with an 83.6, above 90s in 24 and 22, by the way. Tackling, it's been a bit rough. We'll talk about that in a moment. His pressure pass rushing grades, elite, over 90 plus all 3 years, right? The dude is an elite level pass rusher at Central Arkansas. You take a look, 16 sacks in 22, 9 sacks in 23. 12 sacks in 24. I assume they're rounding up, by the way. Quarterback hits, 7 in 22, 4 in 23, 6 in 24. Hurries, 31 in 22, 29 in 23, and 39 in 24. Here's a bit of an interesting mark here. He did have a good amount of missed tackles. Okay, 13 missed tackles in 22, 9 in 23, 9 in 24. High percentages, right? That's something that he needs to work on. But one thing that cannot be denied is the young man is a pass rushing specialist and still a solid run defender to boot as well. I remember seeing the video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys remember it as well, just so hyped Larry Foote was, the Buccaneers edge rushing outside linebackers coach, right? He was so hyped whenever they drafted David Walker. It was incredibly awesome to see. Right, and it's understandable to see why. I talked about this in the Chris Braswell video, but is it crazy to say that with this much potential, right, David Walker can be making a very, very legitimate push to get significant snaps in his rookie season? Because right now I know I talked about Chris Braswell, and of course him being a second round pick, he's going to be a guy who's going to get snaps. The Bucs coaching staff loves Anthony Nelson, and what he brings is like a 4-sack guy per year for the Buccaneers is a valuable thing in its own way. But David Walker has the potential to dip into both of those guys' snaps. I really do believe that, especially if he continues to showcase the ability and talent that we saw him do at Central Arkansas. Now, of course, everybody knows, look, guys, it's Central Arkansas, right? He's not going to go out there and be a guy who, has played against some of the best talent in the college football landscape, right? By the way, it is good that he played right outside and left outside linebacker. That's a nice little thing that we see here as well, by the way. But look, at the end of the day, you're playing teams like Arkansas State and West Georgia and North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky and all these different types of teams, right? Where Central Arkansas, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Let's see where Central Arkansas even is in terms of their it is a Division 1, which is good. Shout out Division 1. It's a subdivision, but it's still Division 1. But they are a FCS team, right? So going to the next level is going to be an adjustment for David Walker, right? To be a guy who goes from playing, FCS schools and things along those lines to going to that next level, there may be some growing pains there as well. It might not all be sunshine and rainbows, right? But the fact that David Walker could dominate so well at that level showcases some real potential, right? And we've seen the Buccaneers have success with guys like that in the past. Now, it's been on the offensive side of the ball, but it has been in the trenches, where the Buccaneers have had success of guys who played at maybe some lower end schools, have rose to the occasion, guys like Cody Mock, guys like Ali Marpet in the past, who played at smaller schools, rose above that and maybe had some growing pains to start off at the NFL level, but then maximize their potential. David Walker can be the defensive version of that. I'm going to be very curious to pay attention to this young man as he plays in his rookie season. And I'm curious to see how far this young man can go. And I'd be curious to get your guys' thoughts and opinions about it. How far do you think David Walker can go in his rookie season? Honestly, if the young man posts like 3 sacks in his rookie year, it's a fine rookie year in my opinion. Anything above that is like, that's just adding on, right? That would be a fine, given the, I'm not going to use the word logjam, but given the competition at the position, right? 3 sacks to start off is a manageable goal in my opinion. If he gets like 6 or 7 sacks, good lord, right? Good lord, this man's going to be a maniac. Like Yaya Diaby levels of hype. But what are your guys' thoughts and opinions about David Walker? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about him down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.